Kristy Curelaru.
So first, I wanted to talk about being a Mount Hoper, which is great. I've been a Mount Hoper for about a little over 11 years. We know it comes with its perks. It's kind of isolated. The neighbors are great. We also have, of course, our negatives, right, which are the trucks, which we understand are not going away anytime soon. We know that we can't have small children and animals in our front yard. We know that if we're going to take a walk, we're going to get dust blown in our face as the trucks drive by. We know that if we need to be somewhere, we need to leave early because sometimes if there's a pileup of trucks, we got to wait for the pass to get out of our driveways. We know all that. The one thing that I think when I'm asking the council to perhaps speak with Tilcon about their patrons is there is a common courtesy. All right, when it comes to this, we've got garbage thrown out of our window, right out of their windows onto our streets. I'm not beyond picking up garbage off my lawn. Trucker bombs, on the other hand, which are jars filled with urine, is something I don't want to do. We also have their overloading. They overload all the time, and it spills out onto the intersection of Mount Hope Road and Mount Hope Avenue. I don't need to be doing a Tokyo grift with my kids in the car when I'm turning the corner. Also, they often will believe that I'm going to be turning onto Mount Hope Avenue off of Mount Hope Road, and they blow the stop sign frequently. Again, I have two small children in my car. I value my life. You know, a truck is no match for my car, no matter how big it is. So I'm just wondering if the council can have some type of discussion with them about just a common courtesy. We have to have our homes devalued, just to be honest. It's going to be difficult to sell if we ever want to, not that I want to, because everyone who stops at my house says, how do you live with these trucks? It's an automatic negative for us. The least they can do is just be courteous to our residents. So that's that. The second thing is I do understand the pond's going to be open soon. Love the ponds. Great place to be. And I know that the officers have been very diligent about making sure that people who don't need to be there or who should not be there are not there, especially after hours. The one thing that concerns me, though, is that is the pond itself. It is not the parking lot. I have a 15-year-old daughter who really wants to lifeguard at the pond, who likes to enjoy the pond. And I have to worry about her being in that parking lot because it's a circus. There's people there who are not residents. You know, I don't care. They're blasting music. They're smoking weed. They're doing all kinds of things. I don't want to be worried about my 15-year-old daughter in her town, you know, within 5 minutes walking distance from her home, getting, you know, accosted or just bothered or just being in that environment. This is not what I pay for, you know? And so with that being said, I also don't know the, you know, what we're going to be policing, but also in terms of betterment of the pond. And I'm sure this has probably been discussed and I probably just missed it. I've been trying to come here for quite some time. Just improving Mount Hope ponds. I know that I've spoken to residents who said if we can just get like maybe even one of those decent mobile bathrooms or something in there. I don't know what the likelihood is for that. I'm certainly not a plumber or, you know, whatever it might be that would do that. But we'd be willing to pay more for our badges just to have an upgrade in that. You're standing online for ice cream with your kids and it's the smell of urine wafting in your face. So just food for thought. Thank you.
You did good. 3 minutes.
I got it, right?